Welcome back, my Diabo Art family. Today's video will be a video on how I clean and wash my brushes. If you want to find out the products that I used and the method to washing my brushes, stay tuned. The products we'll be using today are the Real Techniques brush mat, the Sigmagic shampoo, brush shampoo, and the Sigma Dry and Shape Tower for drying the brushes. So here are all my dirty brushes, and I'm wearing gloves today just to protect my hands from the excessive washing. And yes, so usually what I like to do is separate my brushes or categorize them from the largest brush, the biggest ones, to the smallest ones. So I'll wash the bigger ones first and leave the smaller ones for last because they're more tedious because they're smaller, and the big ones bristles are bigger, so you know you go through them faster. After which I go ahead and separate them again or categorize them from the least dirtiest brush to the most dirty brush. So that's what I'm doing here. I'm just showing you what the most dirtiest brush would look like, or what the most dirty brush would look like, and what the least dirty brush would look like. Next, we're going to wet the bristles of each brush to make it easier when lathering. So I'm just wetting the bristles under low pressure water, and we want to avoid getting water or any form of liquid or any liquid penetration beyond where the bristles stop. Here's a look at the Real Techniques brush mat that I'll be using to help wash the brushes. So as you can see, they have a big bumpy area, medium bumpy area, and a small bumpy area for different size of brushes for that purpose. So what I'm doing is spritzing some of the brush shampoo onto the mat, and I'm starting with the least dirty brush, trying to get in every nook and cranny of the bristles. I run them thoroughly over the mat. As you can see, this is the reason why I wash from least to most dirty, because the soap may not be as dirty, and you can just go ahead without wasting product. You can go ahead and continue washing another brush until it gets dirty, then you change that soapy water. I'm sure you'll agree with me when I say if we were to spritz soap for each and every brush, then the product would be finished in one go of washing all these brushes. As you can see, I'm washing the sides of the bristles, the flat areas, and moving on to rinsing the big brushes. I like to run them over the mat again under low pressure water, and I lightly squeeze them and flash out the excess water. As you can see, I'm doing my best not to allow water to settle or to, move past the area of where the bristles stop on the boarded area of the brush, the handle of the brush. In other words, why we try to avoid doing that is so that we all know that something holds the bristles to the handle, which is glue, and if liquid penetrates that area enough, it will fall apart. The bristles will fall apart. So that's the reason behind not allowing brushes to submerge into water for too long, or etc, etc. You get it, right? Onto the smaller brushes, it's the same procedure. Wet the bristles, spritz some shampoo, and with the smaller brushes, of course, I'll be using the smaller areas, or I'm trying to find a word for that brittle area, bumpy area on the mat to brush them. And I like to do this very thoroughly. And I leave the brushes after lathering. I rest them to move on to another brush to allow the soap to penetrate and give it more time to release the dirt and grease from the bristles. And I like to rinse them in little batches of 3 and 4 to save time. Now I've washed all my brushes, I'm just cleaning the tools that I've used, so just rinsing off the shampoo and drying that. Yep. Then I'll be taking my Real Techniques brush mat and washing that with some dishwashing liquid and a brush to release or get rid of all the makeup and grease that's on it. So I'm just scrubbing that out as much as I can. I'm also going to wash my palette that I use to transfer product on from the palette to the face. So we're just cleaning that. Now that all our brushes have been washed and clean, it's time to sanitize them, and I'm gonna do that with using some alcohol. So we know alcohol is a good sanitizer, as well as it really dries things faster. So this will also help the brushes to dry a little bit faster. So now I'm just wiping down the handle of the brush, and I'll be transferring them to the Sigma Dry and Shape brush tower. And from the first time I saw this product, I believed in it, because I believe that the brushes should be put to dry in this manner or this way, because it will allow for any extra liquid that's left in the bristles to, drain down instead of going in the opposite direction to destroy the glue from the bristles that's attached to the handle, if that makes any sense to you. So as you can see, that brush is really fluffy and ugly. The Sigma Dry and Shape will help to reshape the brushes or keep them in the shape that they are. And that's what it looks with all of the brushes in them. If you guys would like a review, you guys let me know. I'll do a video on that.
And that's the wrap, guys. I hope this video was very helpful and informative. If so, give it a big thumbs up. Say hi down in the comments below. And subscribe to the Diabo Art family for more fun and interesting videos like these. See you next time.